walkers.
Probably take a second to get people in here. This is our first live. We didn't put up a reminder or anything like that. We weren't sure what time we were going to be exactly ready to do this, so we just wanted to jump on and try it out.
Kind of a surprise live, so to speak.
Yes.
But
so right now we're just talking to ourselves, and that's okay.
Yeah, because people will be watching this after the fact, and that's part of the reason we wanted to do this, because we just hit over 2,000 subscribers, and we haven't went live on this channel before, so we thought this would be the perfect time to do that, to say thank you to everybody out there for getting us above that 2K benchmark.
Yeah, 3 people's in here, so we appreciate you guys. I'm trying to pull up the iPad. We've been finishing up packing, doing last minute details. So we think we're ready.
Yeah.
And I got me a Ray Dunn coffee mug this morning. If Rachel jumps in here, she'll be trying to steal it from me.
Through the phone?
She'll be like, leave it on the back porch.
I don't know.
All right, well.
Hey, Jackie Kimmer, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Thanks for getting on early with us, Jackie. We appreciate it. We hope you're doing well today.
So, what do you want to talk about?
So we are just finishing up our final things to be heading north to the final frontier, to Alaska. So we are excited about that, and we just wanted to jump on, like I said earlier, and have a cup of coffee, the Cherokee word for coffee, with you guys, because I know several of you have said in the comments that, sorry we missed your live. They think that we're live sometimes. Some people think we're live when we're really just going through and recording that in the morning, but this is actually live. So if you are watching this later, you did miss our live, but thank you for watching it later.
Yep, usually we pre-record them for time and planning sake, but we wanted to go live before we headed out, and we didn't have one pre-recorded.
Yeah. So topic this morning that I wanted to talk about was planning and praying is our main topic on this channel, but planning and being intentional about spending some time with family. And so we want to cherish these moments we have with our kiddos. I mean, they're growing. This is graduation season, so we're seeing kids at our church graduate and stuff.
That should not be old enough to graduate.
Well, they, it's making us feel old, obviously, because, these kids that we used to teach in 2 and 3 year olds or
change their diapers.
Yeah, they're real little. They're getting out into the real world, and they're going on their own now. So that's kind of crazy for us to think about. So we know that our kids aren't going to get any younger. Obviously, they're at a great time right now to travel and do things.
Ranger's over halfway to 18.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be 10.
Yeah, he's at the halfway point. So
good morning. What's it say, Trish?
Good morning, Trish.
Good morning, good morning.
So we want to be intentional about taking our kids on vacations every year and doing stuff with them, because we're not going to get this time back.
Yes.
We're only going to be able to do this once whenever they're young like this. So we want to take full advantage of it.
Well, and growing up, my family, we went on vacations, we did things, we made memories. Did we hardly ever go out of the state of Oklahoma? Only to Branson and Branson, Missouri. So Branson's got a spot in my heart because that's where we went as kids every summer. And then we went to things like the Passion Play in Eureka Springs. So I guess that was in Arkansas. But we traveled just barely outside of Oklahoma. And those are some of my greatest memories. Good morning, Sue. And we want our kids to have those memories. We've always tried to do some type of vacation. When Ranger has been on a plane before when he was 22 months old, and Gary had to go on a trip to San Antonio for work, and Ranger and I met him down there. He talks about being on the plane and stuff, but he don't remember it.
Yeah.
The other kids have not been on a plane. I had never been on a plane until I went to Hawaii to play volleyball my junior year of high school. and I liked roller coasters and things. I'm pretty independent. I wasn't freaking out. My parents were not with me. My mom had to go on a separate flight and stuff. And I did okay. I was with a group, but what was your first airplane ride?
When I was a senior in high school, so that was my first airplane ride. I had no idea what to expect, but
Richard
it wasn't too
said
bad at all.
he's taught Sunday school for years. He's always told the young parents to enjoy every phase of your kid's life. Good morning, James and CS Nancy, Claire, Zane, Patty, Jose, David. Sorry for missing you. But hello from Michigan. We've taken our kids on vacation every year, at least spring break or summer or fall break. We don't hit all the things all the time. Sometimes it's just to Branson. We've gone to.
Sometimes it's just too busy to. I mean, we got
Yeah.
with the
Sometimes
homestead.
we've went to the state parks. Sometimes it's not very far away, but we want our kids to travel and see the world the best they can.
Yeah.
Whether it's in our backyard or if it's to Alaska. So.
Yeah.
Gary's grandpa, what I was getting to is Gary's grandpa took you guys all kinds of places.
Yeah, so my grandpa would load us up in the back of a half-ton pickup with a camper shell, and we would go everywhere in that thing. There was always room for however many grandkids wanted to go. We would go to Mount Rushmore. We went out towards the Grand Canyon, see the Hoover Dam, that type of thing. We went to North Carolina, in the Great Smoky Mountains.
Good morning, Mary.
We would go down to Texas, down by the coast.
But you talk about those memories a lot, so that's what makes me want to take the kids and travel as well.
Yeah, and so one comment I saw in there was if our angels were going to be going with us, and no, they will not be going to Alaska. They will be staying with some people we actually know.
Yep,
and,
some awesome friends.
Yeah, so they
are certified and capable.
Yes.
And
so they're going to be in good care,
yep.
And we can guarantee that and know that, and that gives us more peace of mind, knowing exactly where they're going to be and who's going to be caring for them.
Starting from scratch. Good morning, Cynthia, Nelda. Thank you guys so much for being in here. So there's a lot of rules to foster care. You can, for Cherokee Nation now, DHS and stuff like that, everyone's got their own rules. But Cherokee Nation, we can go out of the state lines and back and not stay the night without permission. To stay the night outside of state lines, you have to have consent, judge, social worker, parents, all the things.
Written permission.
Yeah. To fly on an airplane and go to Alaska for 10 days is kind of just out of the questions. They got visits and things to go to. So
yeah.
When we get back, we have told them lots of fun things we're going to go do and their own little vacations because they've never got to do that kind of stuff. So we're going to have a blast when they get back. But what's funny is we can drive 35 minutes to Arkansas and be across state lines, but we could drive like 7 hours the other direction in Oklahoma and never be out of state lines.
Yeah, go to the far south west corner of Oklahoma.
Yeah. So lots of rules. But if you don't know, we planned this Alaska trip 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So it was canceled last year from the pandemic, and this year it's on. So we're excited that it's on. We're excited this day's here, and kind of getting back to where I was at to begin with.
Sorry, Chase.
We want to be intentional about making memories with our kids. I think for me, the biggest thing is right now that our youngest at 4 years old is well prepared to travel. So like he's, they're out of that diaper stage. They're out of that real super.
Good morning, MT Homestead.
Super whiny stage when it's real hard to travel. And so I'm excited for these next 5 years. Mm-hmm. And I even want to have a little bit of a challenge for our family. Uh-oh. So it's kind of something I've been thinking about. Let me know what you guys think. We might make it official.
Once you say it, you can't take it back.
We might make it official on our next video. I'll make it official now.
Does it have to do with mouse ears?
No.
One day I will get him at Disney World. Mark my word.
50 states.
Hey, Teresa.
50 states in 5 years.
They can't see your hand.
5. 50 states in 5 years. So if this is 2021, so by the summer of 2026, try to visit every state in the country.
Y'all think that's doable? I mean, we got Alaska. Now we'd have to
Alaska to me is the hardest, and if we're starting alphabetical, then you might as well go there first. So we'll be what? Alabama, Arkansas.
Are we gonna go alphabetical?
I'm just joking.
Ransom, Jackie. Well, I was just thinking this morning. I haven't talked to Gary about this. I was thinking about giving Ransom the GoPro once we get to the airport and stuff, because he likes to walk and look. And when he was going into the airplane, I think the things he says will be funny. But Ransom is also a scaredy cat. He has some of y'all fooled. Talks a big game. Talks about riding bulls. Take him to the rodeo. Get within 50 yards of the bulls, and he starts freaking out. So Ransom has talked a big game about going in, talking to the pilot, telling the stewardess he needs some peanuts, like not in a rude way, but like he's just talking and talking. Mark my word, he will be clawing Gary.
Whoever he's sitting next to, he will be held tight to that person. But he will get over that. He'll do fine. He'll think it's cool. I think when they go to take off. So
my sister lived there for 30 years. Still have a lot of memories. Awesome. Gary and I did 9 states in 8 days. Our first spring break, we were married, and that was a lot of fun.
So what do you think? Do you think 50 states in 5 years? I did a little bit of looking around, and I found a couple people that said that is about the right timeline. You can accomplish that
Good morning, Johnny.
Without completely pushing yourselves to like exhaustion. So I'm thinking.
Hey, Carol from Kentucky.
If you gotta have a goal,
reach for the stars.
You put the goal down, you write it down, you put a line in the sand, and you try to reach that goal. So there it is. That's the goal. 50 states in 5 years. Being intentional while we raise our kids about spending all the time we can with them on vacations and having fun and creating memories for our family.
Michelle said, "Oh my, 50 states in 5 years. I think she said great goal." Yeah. Excuse me. I think it would be easier if we bought an RV to do that.
You know, I was thinking that you can rent an RV any day of the week, and you don't have to pay for it, you don't have to store it, you don't have to winterize it.
I've been wanting an RV since Ranger was little, or maybe Mazzy was little, and Gary said when she turns 5, we'll get one.
I didn't say it. I said we'll talk about it.
We didn't have YouTube then.
And then we got somebody less than 5.
And then Ransom came along. So he's like, all right, when he gets 5. Or no, then we didn't really talk about it. But buying an RV I don't think would be smart for us, because we don't know when we can use it. We are busy. We have kids in and out.
If I lived in the middle of a town where I lived on like a cul-de-sac, like we used to when we lived in town, I would buy an RV in an instant because I want to get away from there. But living on our homestead and our animals and all that, I don't want to get away that much. It's like, it's tough to get away, and I don't think we'll do it that often. So buying an RV don't make sense.
Just like a boat, we really want a boat and go fishing, but the amount of days we get to go fishing doesn't justify buying a boat when we can just go use boats at Moorhead Homestead.
Yeah, just go hook up when he's going on vacation. No, so I think renting one though, you can rent one. We could take one to Yellowstone one time. We could take one to the East Coast for like the longer, bigger trips. I think renting an RV would be great, but buying one it's a really high price point. For the one we're gonna get, you'll see when we get in it.
I've looked at the ones we're gonna get in Alaska, and
they're like over $100,000.
Yeah,
so like,
we would need to go every day in it.
Yeah.
Carolyn in Kentucky said, "You can park in my yard at our tiny cabin. I will cook for you. I'll eat someone else's cooking any day of the week."
See, that's the other thing. If we tried to achieve 50 states in 5 years, is we would get to see some of you all out on the road. Because if we told you what states we're going to be going through and getting some ideas from you, then we might even get to sit down and have.
I think that would be awesome.
Have dinner with some of y'all or breakfast.
Sherry says, "Don't buy an RV. I've done it twice." Joyce said, "Rent. Don't buy," from Washington. So I feel like we could find lots of people in every state that watch us. Now, some of y'all might be a little cray-cray, so
you might be. They be like that crazy Oklahoma lady can stay.
We'll meet you in the Walmart parking lot first.
She can stay in her RV.
But no, you guys are awesome. We appreciate it. We've had lots of you guys message and things. Hey, if you're ever in our area, you're welcome. And we truly appreciate that. You guys just have faith that we're not cray-cray.
I don't know that you're not crazy.
This is live. You can't edit me out.
I don't want to. You're good. I said my piece.
Michigan is open for stay. Come on. Hey, Jennifer Aiken, are you in Oklahoma? I think you might be.
So that is going to be the big goal.
Yep.
50 states, 5 years, being intentional to spend time with our kids. That's what the whole thing is about. I like to cover ground. I like to see new things. And that's all part of it. But the real part will be making memories with our family.
Well, you just driving through with your grandpa are the things you talk about. You don't talk about you don't talk about like we stopped and then we paid to do this or that. Like you talk about the drive and all that.
Yeah, the time you spent together is really the main thing. So
I'm only a crazy chicken lady and a pastor's wife. Well, I'm a preacher's kid and a crazy chicken lady, so we'll fit right in. Jennifer, plans changed. That happens. Our plans change a lot, so we appreciate you being here, Jennifer.
Yeah, and somebody said, are y'all going to the YouTube conference that Cog Hill will be at? I don't know exactly which one you're referring to or the location of it, but Cog Hill's, we follow him pretty closely.
Cog Hill already talked about that?
Well, he's going to a conference, like I think it's
oh, that Homesteaders.
It's not Homesteaders of America, but a different one.
Yeah.
So
I was like, did I miss a video? In August, there's a Missouri. I sent it to you the other day.
Yeah, we'll be looking around to see
Ozark Homesteader, Missouri, in August or something.
We'll see what comes up, and if there's something close, Cog Hill's going to be there.
Yeah,
I'd love to go. Maybe get a chance to meet him.
I put it on the calendar. So if that's the one you're talking about, I know they had the Homesteaders of America already, and I don't think he was there.
So Middle Tennessee's here, Annette Wells. Thank you guys for jumping on this morning. We'll probably just stay on about 10 more minutes because we've got a lot to do. We've pretty much all the way packed, but I'm going to go fill up like the chicken's water and a couple
top
things.
Everything off.
Just one last check, walk around, check all the animals before we officially head out.
Karen is from, what is that? Whoops.
Miaka City, Florida?
Yeah. The kids really want to go to the beach. We told them we got to get Alaska knocked out, and then maybe the beach can be later. So,
yeah. They say you said it in the podcast yesterday. So there's
cool.
a chance we might watch that while we're traveling.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so behind on videos. How long is the airplane ride to Alaska?
The 6.5 hours.
So that's when I plan to catch up. Like between the extra additions and packing and all the things, I'm so behind on videos. So the kids have their tablets that they've all. What's up, Sam? I am.
Facts matter.
Facts matter. Facts Matter's comments have been spot on lately. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I don't know who you are, where you're from. I don't think I know those things, but your comments always crack me up and they're spot on. But anyway, I plan to get caught up. So Cog Hill's yesterday podcast, I will watch that and see if it's the one that is in Missouri in August.
Somebody said it was Virginia, so probably
Oh,
not.
well, we won't be at that one probably. Hey, that's a new state.
It's Virginia. So somebody said that Daniel Arms sold his RV because his wife got motion sickness. So that's something too that we want to find out on this trip. Is going in an RV a good option for our family? We're going to find out because we're going to be in one for several days on our Alaska vacation. And if it's not, then we know the best alternative would probably be driving a car and renting hotels as opposed to driving an RV.
Yeah, I got those little wristbands for the kids. Gary and I don't get motion sickness. I've ridden in an ambulance one time as a passenger with somebody. When Gary was on the Trail of Tears bicycle ride, someone had a wreck. I had to get an ambulance and I had to sit sideways. And getting close to the hospital, I was looking out that back door and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be sick. I never got car sick. I've never got motion sick. I ride roller coasters. Well, I used to. I don't anymore. Gotten older. But
Good morning, Margie.
Anyway, I started getting sick. So that's what I'm wondering is, and I think that's what DJ had talked about too, sitting sideways in the car going different than what you're used to. We'll see. I have also got them Dramamine or whatever, chewable tablets just in case. But somebody said something. Kathleen, better load up on road games for kids to play as the miles pass. Remember, I Spy and license plate. Gary plays I Spy with the kids all the time. And the license plate game, I love that. We used to do that a lot on our volleyball road trips in college because we had to drive a lot of places. And
Bible trivia.
Bible trivia, Gary and the kids are really good at that. I have bought like coloring stuff. Ransom's teacher sent him home with a goodie bag yesterday. She was so thoughtful. She went and got a bunch of little things they could do on the airplane. So I think we're ready.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys know what poppets are, but they're these new little things. I want to show them one.
Why?
Because I was amazed when we got them.
I wasn't really that amazed. They're like little pieces of plastic like bubble wrap that you can reuse.
I was amazed, and they were in the bag, but I was amazed because Ranger wanted some with his money that he earned working for the neighbor. And I was like, okay. And when I got it, it was not what I expected. So it's huge. I thought it was a little square. And you see this? I talked weird again. When we were kids, we got the bubble wrap out of the packaging things and we popped it. Well, this is like that, except it's reusable. So the kids have these now, and you just go through and you pop them. And then you turn it over and you pop it again. You just pop it a whole bunch of times. So, I mean, that's better than watching tablets all the time. But Ranger and Mazzy, every morning on the way to school, they have races. And so they say like, mark, set, go. And they're trying to learn to do it like straight down.
Yeah, as fast as they can.
And they'll just go. And I try to not get annoyed by because they're having fun and they're not arguing. But I told them, I said, guys, I will put these in my bag. They're just
it's a little plasticky,
like silicone
rubbery
or something almost. Not silicone.
Yeah,
maybe
something like that.
But I told them, I said, we will take these on the airplane. But if I get one dirty look like those kids pop that again, then we're going to have to put it up. So if you just do it quietly, well, I guess it's still loud. But if you do it like this.
I've flown every year for work probably like the last 10 years. And there's always that one little group of people on the plane that are like causing a little bit of ruckus, and you get that half look. Yeah. You're like, what? So if
hey, Rebecca, how are you?
If you start getting half looks from the other passengers, they pay good money to be there. So you just shut it down, okay?
But anyway, these are relatively cheap. It's, they had the fidget spinners that you spun and all that. Someone invented this. I always say I wish I invented those little gadgets that kids go crazy about. But this is the new thing. It's called Poppets. One of the kids the other day at school had a ball that, you remember the Rubik's Cube? Mm-hmm. She got a ball and it had balls inside, but it was like a Poppet type thing. And you push the balls and move them around and lock them. So, kids are cool these days.
Yeah, that's something new to me, but the kids really like it, so you can't really go wrong.
Oh, Joanne said the only state she hasn't been to is Alaska. Use the wristbands when I travel, and they work. Awesome. I'm glad to know that they work.
Somebody else said, I've tried the motion sickness bands, but they didn't work for them. But Ginger Chews did. So
I read that when I was looking stuff up. And the motion bands, for them, it said to use 2 or 3 fingers. I have the instructions, and to find, I can't turn my wrist around, but to find that certain spot, you can't just put them on my watch hand. Like, you can't just put it here and expect it to work. You have to find a certain spot right there to press on.
Yeah. So we'll see. We might not have any problems. I know we went on a cruise and worried about motion sickness, and we never had any issues with that, and we didn't have to take any medicine. So I think we'll be okay, but you never know with 3 little ones what to expect. But we're excited either way.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything before we get off here? They are very good for kids with autism. Yes, that's one of the things that it said is kids with autism, it gives them something to like focus on and do. So people are inventing some really cool stuff out there.
Yeah. So planning and praying, I think you already know what we have planned. We don't
really know what we have planned once we get there.
The Great Frontier is what we have planned.
Yep.
So that's what it's been referred to as, or the Final Frontier. And
we were trying to make a plan, make a schedule. We want to go here, go there. And then I talked to my friend Juju, who lives over there. I think I've told you guys about her, but she's originally from Brazil, and she's a physician's assistant there now with her family. And she was like, no, you don't want to go there. That's like They do bad stuff. It's not kid friendly. And I was like, we only know what Google tells us and what is popular or whatever. So she lives in a different area of Alaska, and we'll be going there. And then we're gonna find stuff around there probably. You think I was gonna hit you?
I didn't know how far that was coming. You're getting amped up. I think Cassie's a little excited for the trip.
I'm so ready to
She's
go.
talking faster now. I don't know if her caffeine kicked in.
This morning I was like, good morning, you ready, ready, ready? And Gary's like,
Too early.
what are you doing? So anyway, when we get there, we get to Juju and Patrick's house, then we're gonna take some time, figure out where we wanna go, because she says that all of Alaska looks the same, relatively.
It doesn't. I mean, there's coast though, and there's inland.
Well, but she means like,
yeah.
you don't have to go to Denali to see a certain thing. Like,
Well, there's beautiful mountains everywhere. Yeah.
So around their area, we're gonna see what there is. I'm trying to talk slower, my heart's. And then go from there, because yes, always good to know local to avoid tourists. That's what she's saying. Like, there's some areas that she feels like for the kids and stuff are a little sketchy based on what her patients and things have told us, and so we're just going to stay away from that and go to not tourist places that the locals go to get away from everybody.
But as far as planning goes, so some of the things we hope to do, a glacier tour or see a glacier, which I think we have that on the list. Maybe painting for gold or mining gold. I think it would be fun to show the kids and kind of teach them some of the history about Alaska and the gold there.
Mm-hmm. One of the kids was like, real gold? Like, we're going to be rich?
Well, yeah, it's panning. It didn't say picking up gold. So you're actually, who knows if you'll find any. But it'll be fun for the kids. And then an ATV tour, possibly. And just a lot of fun local places. So that's what we have as far as planning
relaxing.
goes.
We're not going to try to do too much too fast to be like,
I mean, I think those 4 things, if we could do those 4 things, I'll be happy.
What does Mazzy want to do?
Mazzy wants to go and swim in Juju's hot tub.
Swim. What else does Mazzy want to do?
I have no idea.
We
play a board game.
Juju used to live in Louisiana, and we visited her down there, and she had this toilet game that you do something. I had totally forgot about it, and it's been 2 or 3 years. And first thing Mazzy said, Juju FaceTimed us the other day, do you still have that toilet game? And she does. And Mazzy is so excited because she's never talked about it, or we would have bought it. But you do something, and then you flush this little toilet that you put water in, and if you lose, it like squirts you in the face. So Mazzy wants to get in Juju's hot tub, play that toilet game, and hang out with Juju. So she don't even care about Alaska. She's just excited to go and see our friends that we love. So like the kids aren't like, I've got to see a mountain or I've got to see that, but they're going to be excited about it. But they're most excited about the little things.
We can do 2 out of those 3 things in the RV, so we can play board games and hang out with our friends in the RV. So we should be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone by just traveling. So I think we'll have fun either way there.
Semi-Am said, Alaska fun fact, the Kodiak brown bear is the biggest and most ferocious bear in the world.
Yeah.
Juju sent me a news article with this guy like got his face halfway eaten off because Gary and her husband are wanting to go on this hike thing. And
a longer hike than just with the kids. And
Juju said she won't go with him because she's terrified of the bears. And I was like, it'll be fine. And
I don't know how fast he is, but I'm planning on being faster than him.
When Juju sent me the article with the guy's face, like, I said, Juju, you don't have to be the fastest. You just can't be the slowest. We got 88 people in here. That's awesome.
You want to go on a hike with me?
I'm the slowest, so...
Like I said, do you want to go on a hike with me?
If all the kids go, because I can at least outrun one.
Oh, don't say that.
I can't outrun Ranger.
Mama Bear would turn into Mama Bear mode. There'd be a Mama Bear fight.
I had some knives packed, and Gary made me take them out, so I can't take my pew-pew because I don't have a license for Alaska.
Our friends have all that.
Yeah, Ben...
There's no reason to pack that and like the TSA starts patting you down for no reason.
Patrick said he's got us covered with all the protection we need.
Yeah, we're good.
MP Martin said, or no, Faxmaster said exactly, run. But this guy, she said, ran into the woods where he was kind of helpless instead of running down the road for help.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than that.
We're coming up on 30 minutes, so we're going to have to hop off here in just a minute.
Thank you, Jennifer.
But as far as praying goes...
92, that jumped.
Yeah, Alaska is definitely friendly with their pew-pews.
Yeah, but I can't take it on the plane, right?
No. don't try. You'll stay at Oklahoma for like all week in like a jail cell.
Oh, by
Um,
myself?
Yeah,
And you
by
would have the
yourself.
kids?
I don't know what would happen. So we, as far as that's our kind of planning, pray for our animals and everything while we're gone, and our kids while they do their first airplane ride. I think that'll be big, and just for general safety. So
Yep.
we appreciate those prayers, and
Thank
we
you. Who was that? I'm smarter than the average bear. Searchlight of Love Homestead. Glad to see you here. Thank you, Lori. Yes, our farm setter is ready to go, well prepared. We got people are like, why are you telling people you're going on vacation? We got cameras, we got a farm setter. We feel
It's-
like if someone wants something from our house, they're going to get it while we're at work.
Our house is just as secure now as it is
Yeah.
while we're home, so we're not really worried about it. But we're going to have a good time. We're not going to worry about things that are out of our control. God's got this. He's
Yep.
got this place and everything here.
Someone needs a chicken and they come and get it. They must have really needed a chicken.
All right. Thank you, Rusty Pepper. We appreciate that. Good afternoon from Scotland. Well, that's
Afternoon? Cool. We're going to have a 3-hour difference.
yeah. That's one thing to kind of a heads up on. Hopefully, we'll try to post our videos when we can. They'll be friendly for everybody.
Wi-Fi might be sketchy.
Yeah, but it might be posted at random times because we're 3-hour time difference there.
So usually we post at like 3 o'clock Oklahoma time, but might be a little different. So Gary told the kids we were going to be on here for 15 or 20 minutes. I knew that wasn't true.
Well,
it's been 31 minutes.
I say 20, so we go 30. If I would have said 30, Cassie would be here for an hour.
I love talking to y'all.
So I go low because I know you'll go high.
I'm excited to hopefully have good enough service to go live there and show you guys some stuff, not just through a pre-recorded video. But again, it just depends on what we have going on. Check Cassie's bag. She may have some turkey.
I want to check it on the way back because I'm afraid she's going to try to bring penguin eggs. I do not want any penguins running around our shop, and we have to get an air conditioner and leave it on full blast all day long.
Thank you, Jennifer. Love y'all.
Just to keep them alive, because she would do it.
Penguins. I'm not that crazy.
All right, we gotta get going.
Hey, but I forgot to tell you.
What?
So I asked some local kids who are about to get into chickens if they would like to come collect eggs while we're gone, and then the farm setter don't have to worry about all that. They can't eat all those eggs by themselves. And they asked if the turkey eggs were fertile because their grandpa has an incubator and they might hatch them out. I said, please, because I want to hatch out every egg, but I've been cut off.
Yeah, it's getting too hot.
Somebody else might be hatching out our turkey eggs, so that'll be fun for them.
Yep. We have eagles down here. I leave them alone. That's
Yeah.
the one that I will not bother an eagle. I do not
99. Can we get to 100 before we leave?
I do not want to go to federal prison because of an eagle that I trapped or something because it was trying to take my chickens.
Yeah. We had 2 eagles watching our chickens you got on camera here a while back. So, all right. Well, 33 minutes. We got stuff to do. Oh, we hit 100.
All right. Oh, Farm
466. I think you got us to 100. Hey, guys, I'm glad I found this morning. Yes, we are just about to get off. We're headed out on our trip, not to Arizona, but tell them what you just said, Gary, about what we're going to do.
So to end up, well, if you missed it earlier, we are making a goal right now, being intentional to spend more time with our family and cover 50 states in the next 5 years. So most likely Arizona will be sooner than later.
Yeah, might be one of the first places we go.
So we want to be able to do as much as we can with our family while they're young and basically while we have control over them, right?
Yeah.
Because one day we won't, and we can't make them load up and go to random states with us.
Yeah. So you guys heard him, 50 states in 5 years. So we've talked to the farm on Route 66 quite a bit, and we would love to meet them one day. So I think Arizona, it would be so much fun. And then maybe I can bring home a puppy. They have the cutest puppies. You guys go over to Farm on Route 66 right now and subscribe. Sweetest, nicest people. We talk a lot through messaging and things, and they are always so encouraging, and they have the cutest puppies.
They do have cute puppies. But we got to go because we got to get our final things done. But we want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to spend a little time drinking some coffee. I already finished mine this morning.
Me too.
That's Cherokee for coffee. But we hope you have a great day. God bless, and we'll probably see you in Alaska.
Love y'all.